was not only people of color, but also people with disabilities. And the majority of voting sites are not fully accessible. 4 years ago, Governor Romney did not choose to campaign for this population, but this time Jeb Bush and Governor Kasich and Scott Walker are aggressively courting the disability vote. Is the Democratic Party reaching out to this population, and what are you doing tactically or substantively or policy-wise to attract the 56 million Americans with disabilities?
Well, first of all, when it comes to the Voting Rights Act, whether you're talking about Americans with disabilities or the African-American population, Hispanic population, women, young people, Republicans have assaulted voting rights. They have done everything they possibly can to shrink access to the polls. So, I mean, with all due respect, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. The Republicans have demonstrated exactly how they feel about expanding access to the franchise. They've done all they can as soon as they got the reins of power in most states across the country, whether it was in the Republican legislatures or states run by Republican governors. They passed aggressive laws to make it harder, not easier, for large populations of Americans to cast a ballot. And so I have seen no evidence whatsoever that they would do anything except throw more platitudes at these groups. And when it comes to their actions, take the steps, as they have been, to shrink access to the polls. When it comes to Democrats' priorities, it's Democrats that ensured that the Americans with Disabilities Act became the law of the land. Democrats that pushed for the reauthorization and ensured that it was expanded and had broader reach. We have been a champion as a party when it comes to diversity, including adopting the broadest ever participation goals in our convention. I mean, just let's compare conventions. It isn't the Democratic Party that actually has to put a handful of minority individuals up front so that the camera sees them. You see the depth and breadth of diversity in our party, including Americans with disabilities, African Americans, Native Americans, Asian Pacific Islanders. The list is too long for me to name how much depth we have in terms of our diversity. And as a result of that diversity, it means that in our policies are reflected